mention the bad perception of the dentist as a kid. So I always wondered that, because that's such a societal trope, I think that's the term, where just everyone always thinks of, as a kid, I don't want to go to the dentist. As a kid myself, I don't think I really had that problem. The dentist I had up in Connecticut had like this treasure box. And all I could think was that treasure box. I was like, I couldn't wait to get my reward for being a good kid. I was like, yeah, whatever you need to do. I'm so psyched, because they're like, you could take 2 items. And I was like, oh man, I'd be thinking about like what those items are gonna be. So I never had a bad experience. But people, like you said, just have that. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think is the situations or the reasons why kids get scared?
Well, there can be several. One is, like you said, the societal mentality.
Yeah.
What do you say? You have to do something that you really don't want to do. What would you say? I'd rather
have I'd rather have a root canal.
A root canal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, but I'm not in that mindset. I'd rather have a root canal.
And that's just kind of, you hear that all the time.
Yeah.
And so if you hear that, well then what are you going to think?
Right.
Root canals must be terrible.
Yeah.
If they'd rather have a root canal than whatever.
Yeah.
And so for some kids, for some even adults, before they even see the dentist, it's there. And so again, our goal is to change that perception. It doesn't have to be that way. And by the way, it's really good to hear that the treasure box works. We were able to manipulate you into liking us. Huh?
Oh, I didn't know you guys have a treasure box too. I didn't even know that.
And you know what? If you're good, next time you come, we'll let you choose 2 prizes.
I always tease and say the kids love our treasure box. We've got some awesome toys in our treasure box. But then I have adults who go, well, I was good. Where's my... So one of these days, I'm going to get you a treasure box. I'm going to put like dollar lottery tickets and maybe some of those little tiny airline bottles of alcohol. And like, you can get
maybe a little hand sanitizer.
I would be looking
COVID
forward
masks.
Okay. Just for you next time, Roger. Adult treasure box. You got it.
I can't wait. You already know I've been thinking about that. Now I'm like, oh man.
So I'm curious about something about you. You said that you did not have a fear of the dentist, really.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So my question would be, because I think one of the reasons why people are afraid of the dentist is because back in the 40s, 50s, it was pretty barbaric. And so, and we still have parents that went to the dentist in the 40s and 50s or I don't know when, before I was born in the 60s. And it was uncomfortable then. And so that's what they remember. So I think a lot of times you transfer that to your kids. So were your parents afraid of the dentist?
I don't think so. I mean, I'm trying to pull back. I don't think so. I feel like my dad was. I'm trying to think back. So my parents did divorce when I was 6.
Okay.
So I think the majority of the times I went to the dentist was with my mom, and I think she was fairly positive about it.
Nice. She did you well on that, because if she'd have fallen apart, you would have fallen apart.
Yeah,
and I think that's a lot of times in the dental office, that's what happens with kids. If parents are freaked out and scared, the kids are going to be freaked out and scared. It's just natural. It's a transference thing. It just happens. And then if parents are confident, oh, this is so fun, this is so great. And we like to get kids before they even have teeth, believe it or not, to come in, and we just call it a happy visit. We want them to sit in mom's lap in the chair, and this is so much fun. Isn't it awesome going to the dentist? Just like your mom. Come on, Roger, it's so much fun, the treasure box.
I know, right? I'm so
excited. Love it. And I mean, we'll have little 2-year-olds that'll come in, and they'll be like, this is, we don't let them cry. If they cry while we try and look at their teeth, we back off, because honestly, at 2 years old, they don't have a lot of charter for us to, any. And so what's super important to us is that we raise people. We are raising adults that love going to the dentist.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah. And you were saying too that.
And we got some happy gas too.
Hey, now that's for the patients, not for you.
I keep we're going to be blessed and we're going to, you guys have this beautiful office here, ping pong. It's so inviting. I want to put a margarita machine in the waiting room. How inviting would that be?
That would be. You know how many
you
people
want to
you
come
would
to
get?
The dentist? I know.
You guys need to implement that.
I agree. I bring it up at every meeting and they squash me. I don't know. One of these days.
Dr. Bob, come on now.
You know, I'm all in. It would just make me jealous because I'm working. I can't enjoy.
Right.
So maybe after hours.
There you go.
I think you're on.
We're onto something there. Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have some people who had a few too many, and they'd be really blessed.
Yeah.
That's right. I like it, Roger.
But yeah, you're saying that generational. It seems like you're having generational people come in, and that I think that's what's probably doing it is people have such a good experience with you guys. They want to bring in their kids. They want to bring in their grandkids, so on and so forth. One last thing. As a kid, you're going to have traumatic experiences that kind of mold you, but good experiences mold you too. Now that I think about how I react and I go in, I think because I was wanting to be good there, and that like I wanted to be good so I'd get toys, like that's carried over, because I'm like, I always wondered why. Like I'd go to the dentist and I would be like, I need to shave, I need to get like done up, like and I'd always be like, whatever the dental hygienist is like doing everything, I was be like, everything okay? Am I doing it right? Like I would be worried about if I was a good patient, because I guess I was thinking in my back of my mind, I'm like thinking about that treasure box still.
See, we need more patients like you, Roger. We like you.
Hey, you guys do great work.
Unless you like your hygienist, your dental hygienist, and you want to eat an entire box of Oreos before you come in.
Oh my god!
Because you want to make her, stay there a little longer.
Oh my god! I can't even think that.